No joke, guys. I just turned the camera off and we had an earthquake. The Billie Eilish, though, respect.
The context and the conversation that's happening, it feels transphobic.
Alright guys, we just had dinner. I didn't take any clips in there and I paid. And Titus, what did you say? You'll buy me a book? He's nodding. Also, it's Queen's birthday weekend and often they have sales. So I'm going to go see what they have. Yeah. Seriously, 97 cents, babe. Yeah. Okay, sure. I don't know, but what I do know is we got more books. Alright, vlog update. I have some bubble tea. I went for the cold peach fruit tea. The book sale was really good. I am just, I don't know what the word is. Excited, kind of mortified at myself. I found 3 more books that I like actively want to read, put on my shelf, put in like my collection kind of stuff. But then it was a box, fill a box, like a banana box, for $15. So back in the boot, you can't see from here, but back in the boot there is going to be another haul video, which means that whole week is now going to be 3 videos long, which is really exciting, to be honest. I totally get that the timeline of all of this is confusing because you'll be seeing this vlog after the hauls have been posted, but I'm really excited for whole week for you guys. It's Monday, so the first haul has gone up, which was my Trade Me collection, books I bought online, some freebies I'd gotten thanks to publishers and stuff, but absolute chaos. But I'm gonna keep drinking this. I'm gonna film the 3rd haul video, and then my plan with that, which you will have already known in the haul, is I want to wrap them up and kind of make another series, like vlog theme of it, where I just choose random wrapped ones, because honestly that book box is full of books I've never heard of before, so just be fun, add some more entertainment to my reading. Hey guys, I realized that I haven't actually introduced what's happening in this vlog. So this vlog's theme is going to be reading the first 3 of my 5-star predictions. So if you haven't seen that video, I would suggest going and having a quick peek, even if you just watch the last half, so you can see the books I picked. And the first 3 that are going to be included in this reading vlog, hopefully I get to them all, is Neil Shusterman's Challenger Deep, which I picked up because I love his writing style, and Scythe, which is by this author, is one of my faves. I then have Mary H.K. Choi's Yoke, same reason as picking up Challenger Deep for a prediction. I really loved her Emergency Contact and Permanent Record, so I'm hoping I like this one as well. And then lastly, I have Red Rising here by Pierce Brown, which I picked up because the idea of different class systems on Mars underground fascinates me. So I was hoping that I would like this one as well. I did leave it up to you guys over on Instagram though to vote for what book I should read first, and the winner, as you can see from that, is Yoke, which I'm really excited about. Alright, I've just been editing my little butt off for haul week. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed it, but I'm ready to pick up the book now. So I'm entering the dark. Where is the book? Here we go. Yoke. I really hope I like this. It's based off of the connection 2 sisters have because one of them gets sick. I really need to wash my hair, but I'm gonna get some reading in, so let's do it. Depending on where I focus and how much pressure I apply to the back of my throat, I can just about blot them out. How's that for a first sentence, babe? The Billie Eilish though, respect. Hi guys, vlog update. I still haven't washed my hair, but I will eventually. I'm up to 100 pages of yolk and it's fine. Oh, and I painted my nails, so look at that gorgeous red. But yeah, the book is fine. Definitely triggers though. It showed you on the first page, like Mary gives us a heads up, but triggers for, I don't really know what to call it, but like a lot of body negativity and vomiting food up and, you know, anorexia and bulimia symptoms. And also the sister, I don't think I mentioned this in this video, the sister has cancer, so a trigger for that. And also there's a dude who's just a right prat. So I don't know if that's something to warn you guys about. I'm really struggling to put into words my thoughts. By 100 pages in her other two books, I was fully invested, like I just couldn't stop reading. But with this one, I could stop reading. I could put it down. There's just a lot of build up, I feel, behind the sister June or Jane. Jane. The main character that we follow. There's a lot of build up around here and getting to understand the place where she is, New York, her like really bad apartment, and I get the world building, but we've only just recently found out that her sister has gotten the cancer, so it felt like what happened in the blurb has taken a wee while to come to fruition. But anyway, obviously gonna keep on reading. It's 9 p.m, so I need to do a top coat on the little nailies. I just felt like going for a classic red. And yeah, work tomorrow. It's Queen's birthday. If you didn't know, that's why I haven't been at work today on a Monday. Queen's birthday, so 4-day work week, but it's full on. Lots of assessments for the kiddos coming in, so I'll have a full on week, but I'll have the books to come back to. Hey vlog, I just wanted to show you my outfit real quick before I get out of it and put on some sweatpants. Peek that stack of books from the last video of the whole week. I'm so excited to get to them. Anyway, I tried pairing up like this real floaty princessy dress with the like more gothic's not the word I'm looking for, but you know, like the buckle kind of look, and then I had on some boots, but I've taken my shoes off already. If you're wondering, I use those to put in my shoes. But yes, that was today's look. I did read a bit more last night. I got to like 150 pages. I'm going to try finish it tonight. I am intrigued to see if anything picks up or if it just stays being more of like a commentary on the sisters. It's a real pretty cover though. Like, look at them holding hands. Alright guys, in all honesty, I haven't read any of Yoke and it is like 8:30 now. I've just been editing all the videos for a whole week, so I really hope you enjoyed them. But what I kind of forgot about is the school book club. I need to read a few more pages of Ready Player One. 166, I need to get to level 3, which is on page 266. So I need to read 100 pages of this book. So that's the plan.
Croissant.
Was that what all the tapping was for?
Yep.
Okay, well done.
There was a lot of effort.
It sounded like it.
Alright team, I've decided I'm going to have a bath. I have noticed that my face is breaking out at the moment, so I'm going to put on this face mask. It's I'm Sorry for My Skin. It's the last one of the box that I have, and I swear whenever I use it, it's not really showing up on camera, but whenever I use it, the redness of like little pimples and the roughness of my skin decreases a little bit. Reading update, I am halfway between the pages I need to read for this week. So 50 pages left to go, a little bit more than. And I did make a little note here that when Artemis and Percival are having like a little conversation, Percival says to Artemis, "Now spill it. Are you a woman? And by that I mean, are you a human female who has never had a sex change operation?" And I just find that fascinating in that, I don't think fascinating is the right word here, just a note of interest that the context and the conversation that's happening, it feels transphobic to me. Like insinuating that if Artemis was a trans female that he wouldn't be attracted to her anymore. It just doesn't seem right. I might be nitpicking it, but I just thought I'd mention it, a little note in there that I picked up on. But the world building is really good. I've always loved this book for the world building, but there just has also always seemed like there's a little bit missing.
Alrighty team, I managed to get to section 3 of Ready Player One, and I always go through phases with this book of loving it and then like not loving it as much, specifically because it's always so action packed and then suddenly really info dumpy of jargon from Halliday's era, so it just becomes like really hard to keep interested in, and all these names are being dropped that I don't recognise, or like I recognise but don't know enough about to fully understand the reference. Do you want a hot drink, babe?
Yes, please.
What do you want?
Hot shot.
Cool. But I made it, and it is 10:30. I go to bed at 11. I don't know if that seems late to you guys, but it works well for me. So I'm gonna have a tea, I think, and just make a little bit more progress on yolk. Oh, that tea is really sweet. The blood orange one. Hey guys, I'm just in the middle of marking some student internals, and my brain's got a bit fried, so I thought I'd talk to yous. Here's a skin update. Honestly, I don't know if you can see much difference at all. Like, my skin feels smoother. There's just still a lot of red marks. Some of them are like freckles though, and then like little red spots. So side by side comparison. This week is going to be the week of getting my skin under control. So I've got my water. I've already peed like 3 times today, which for me is a lot because I normally forget to drink water throughout the day. So this is still my first bottle. So I'm going to try drink 2 of these a day and eat more fruit to help try just clear up my skin a little bit. I'm marking creative writing, if you're wondering. It's good old fun. I love reading the kids' creations and their imagination. But I have a meeting in 20 minutes, so I should keep marking. No joke, guys. I just turned the camera off and we had an earthquake. Nothing big. Hang on, let me look it up on the Richter scale thingy. We have a New Zealand, I don't know, what do we call it? I'll find in a second. That tells us the strength of things. Earthquakes. Oh, apparently there was one this morning. I didn't even realize it was an earthquake. Like, for a second I heard the speakers shaking and I'm like, what's making that noise? And then I felt like the table shaking a little bit. I'm waiting for anything to be put up on. Ah, yeah, there we go. 2:39 p.m. Hang on, let me show you. There we go. Light earthquake. That was just a couple minutes ago. Magnitude 3.9. It's actually not it's not really a big, strong one, but strong enough to the fact that I felt it. But, back to marking. Hey vlog, so obviously I'm home. I just wanted to say real quick, because the vlog will come out before this comes out, but I got 2 packages that have arrived, and they're part of a young adult fantasy mystery bundle I purchased offline. So just so you know, I'm trying to make sure I'm not showing anyone's addresses. So just so you know, there's going to be a video of another mystery box because I'm addicted and cannot help myself. So that's the thing. Baby, the books are gross. Alright guys, so I finished the mystery package book box and haul, and I won't show you because that will spoil the upcoming video, but let's just say I had to go get the hand sanitizer. I'm still disturbed. Anyway, I am going to get out of my pencil skirt from work, get into some fat pants, and tonight I'm determined to finish Yoke. Oh, hi everyone. Let's looking good. So welcome to Thursday, and I am just wrapping up some things here at school. My kids have done some essays, so I've got a lot of feedback and marking to do, which is fine, it's part of the job. But I am off to the hairdressers. Hey, off to the hairdressers in 20 minutes. I'm just getting a tone done, so that'll be fun, a nice little chill out before going home, and I do need to keep working on some of this stuff. But then I'm going to keep reading Challenger Deep. I did read maybe 30 pages last night, and it was pretty good. Ultimately, there's people. Act normal. This is one class worth of essays I need to mark. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I read like the first 50 pages of Challenger Deep last night because I couldn't get to sleep, and it's really interesting. I can definitely kind of tell it's a Schusterman written novel just in the writing style, but the chapters are real short and jump the timeline everywhere. So I'm talking about like a chapter a page. I'll throw in an overlay or something here so you can see what I'm talking about, like a chapter a page, and then the next chapter is like the same main character but before he's on the ship, and then after he's on the ship, and then like in the middle of doing something, and it's just absolutely everywhere, and it's kind of mind-boggling. But I think it's also a real smart way of doing the novel because I think it's a nod towards the insanity that the people on board the ship are feeling. So that's the thing. I do think it's going to be a real quick and easy read though, because the pace is insanely fast. So the plan is go do my hair. I'll probably try do some of this marking or the marking I have online, and then relax and do some reading. That's the plan. All right, time to get the hair done. Fresh hair, and yes, she's a little bit damp still. I just get a tone every couple of weeks. Oh, and my hairdressers let me save money by getting them to not fully dry my hair, which saves me like $30, so score for that. But there's something at my door and it looks like book mail, and all I can think of is if that's some ARCs that were sent to me. So let me get inside and open them with you. Oh, it is cold. Titus went to work, so understandably turned the heating off, but I'm home now, and sorry if that just made you dizzy. Where is the heating remote? Here we go. And get some lights on, eh? Alrighty, let's open the mail. So it's only one package in the great scheme of things, but it came in this massive plastic bag, and it's because the posties don't want it to get wet, and I appreciate that, but also the letterbox was empty, so you could have just put it in there, but whatever. Ooh, okay, I am correct. It is a HarperCollins ARC, just checking I wasn't showing the cover. And someone went to the effort of handwriting out my name. Hang on, let me cover my address and detail thingy so you can see, because you all know my name already. Thank you. All right, let's see what it is. Can I get a satisfying rip? First time for everything, baby. Ooh, yes, I'm excited. This is The End of Men recommended by Paula Hawkins, who I didn't like, but the book itself sounds so interesting. So, I mean, first and foremost, thank you again to HarperCollins for sending me this arc. So exciting. So this is set in Glasgow 2025, so literally only 4 years in the future. And our doctor is called to treat a young man with a mild fever. However, within 3 hours, he dies, and it's like a pandemic story, and I am so frickin' here for it. The doctor raises the alarm, but the sickness spreads to every corner of the globe. Can they find a cure before it's too late? Or will this be the end of the world or its salvation? So I'm really, really intrigued by this. The End of Men. It's by Christina Sweeney Baird, a author I've never heard of before. Hang on, let me see if this is their debut novel. But also, whilst I'm looking this up, only men can carry the virus, only women save us. I'm so excited for this book. Come on, laptop. I was just checking up the deets on The End of Men, and it was published in April, so you can go out and get it if you want. And I'm just having a look at this author. It does say it's her debut novel, so I think, again, that's why I picked it up. Whenever I get the emails from... excuse me. Burp counter. Someone said I should do a burp counter. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I'm trying to help promote books from authors who are either debut authors or are not very well known at all, like self-published. So if you are a self-published author, feel free to flick me a message over on Instagram. I don't say yes to everything. I only say yes to ones that seem genuinely interesting to me, because I also want to make sure I get on top of my acts, which I need to do right now, actually. I've got a little whiteboard in my bedroom where I keep track of books I need to read. So I should go put up all the acts I need to read. Let me do that real quick. It's not pretty at all, but there's just some scribbles of arcs, and then you can have a quick sneak peek. 5-star predictions, which I'm obviously working through, and I always have a 2000s decade books on the go, so that's a thing. Also, ignoring the mess behind me, check out this jumper. Some of the kids at school have a little business, and it's such a cute colour. Don't know if the lighting's doing it any justice, but what my plan is now, team, is I think I'm genuinely just going to sit down and read for a little bit and chill out before making some dinner. Catching up on my reviews, some basketball, and Ty is over there making some garlic bread. It's going to be a good evening. Alright guys, reading update. I am up to page 120 of Challenger Deep, and I don't even know how to begin explaining what the heck is going on in this book. Essentially, our main character Caden is on a ship at the beginning of the book, and this ship isn't like a real ship. It changes somehow. It's just real magical, and like, what the heck. If you've read Starless Sea or Piranesi Sea, I'm trying to think of any of the books I've read. Just books where reality constantly is shape-shifting. Should I count that on my burp counter, even though it's not mine? I'm going to count it on the burp counter. I have a burp counter. What was I saying? It's just, yeah, constantly shape-shifting. The novel's setting is really whack. And then the perspective then swaps back to Caden, what feels like present tense in an alternate reality, because it's all written from first-person narration. I'm loving it. I'm really liking it. But I am confused, and I get that's meant to be part of it. But, Jesus, it's a little bit like, what the heck is going on? So, yeah, if you liked Piranesi, I would definitely suggest this, or vice versa. Oh gosh, guys. It's the weekend, and I am ready for it. Today was an actual experience. So, started off well. I had a free period, got some work done. I got a new laptop from school, which is awesome. But then we had lockdown. Not a drill, actual lockdown, which was definitely an experience. I'm not going to misinform people because I don't know all the information, but just know school treated it really professionally. All the kids were great. There wasn't a shooter on site. There were just shots heard in town. So schools in the area went on lockdown and it was treated really well. I mean, I think the response was quick and accurate and we knew what to do. It was just a bit surreal, keeping the kids calm and keeping quiet. It was an experience. And then the next period got interrupted with assembly. So essentially, it's been a bit here, there and everywhere today, guys. I'm craving a bubble tea, so I'm going to go home. I think Titus is watching the end of a game, and then we're going to go get one. And then I'm going to read Challenger Deep. And then I have a 3-day weekend. Technically, Monday I've got like medical stuff on, so I'm not free, but that'll be for the next vlog. I'm going home now. Oh, actually, no, I'm not, because look at my blue eyeliner. Cool, eh? Okay, now I'm going home.
Talk a big game and the area of I'm going.
Is that Doris?
It is Doris.
Can we go get bubble tea? Yes. I'm excited. So good. I got the honey milk flavour. Oh, and we're back. Honey milk bubble tea in hand. And Challenger Deep. I bent the page back a little bit, apparently. I know. When I put it down to sleep last night, I must have landed funny, but it happens. It's what happens when books are lived in. I am up to page 1... Good and tight. 121. So almost halfway, and I'm really determined to finish it tonight. So let's do that. Reading update, I am at page 200 and my gosh, things have gotten so good. I was really worried for a second there that it was a bit too abstract for me, but things slowly started clicking and then something clicked, and I really can't say much about why I'm liking it because it will spoil the whole thing. Like the fact that you don't really know what you're getting into based off of the blurb is artistry in itself. So I'm really loving it. 100 pages left. It's so good. Alright team, so I just finished Challenger Deep and I have thoughts. This reading experience was definitely a ride. The first like 150 pages of this book really were a little bit confusing, and I 100% realised that was intentional now that I finished the whole book. Like the whole mishmash short chapters throwing here and there was definitely intentional, and I really respect that. But it was the last like 150 pages that really got me, and I was constantly like, okay, 4 stars, solid. Oh, okay, it's getting better. Is it a 5 stars? I don't know, 4.5 stars. And then those last like 30 pages, I have to give it 5 stars, guys. Yay, the prediction was right. First and foremost, I cannot say much about why this book is so great because of the spoilers. But just a heads up, if you want to read this, be aware it's extremely dark. It does talk about depression and mental disorders and hospitalization, suicide, medication, like lots of things. So just be fully aware. The back really doesn't give you a heads up about that, so it was really a shock for me. The closest thing that gives you a heads up is this line up here where it says, a brilliant journey across the dark sea of the mind. This whole book is like a metaphor, and it's intense. The thing that had me almost crying there at the end is I read the little author's thingy at the back. The pictures, the sketches in here are made by his son. It doesn't say how old the son was. And although Schusterman this isn't own voice in the fact that Schusterman has experienced these things, but he's kind of collaborated with his son who has. Like, there's a Jello metaphor, which is how his son describes what the metaphor is talking about. So I'm so thrilled I read this. I genuinely think this is a book that will get better with each reread that I get around to doing, because then it'll reveal more and more. So I'm just, wow, impressed with how that whole book unfolded. It was insane. Oh gosh, oh gosh. So the last one to read for this, I don't know where it is, it'll be somewhere, is Red Rising. But I'm not going to start that tonight. I think what I'm going to do is start editing this vlog, or editing other videos that I have pre-filmed. But either way, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Look at the Demon Slayer little head plushes. There are some cool pops though. Llamas, do you want a llama? Oh, look at Natsu though. Oh, I thought it was a snow globe. I was wrong. Oh, these are weird when they babify the characters, like up there too. Do you see them, babe? They're so weird. Hello guys, so essentially this morning I went and got some laser hair removal for my pits, and then it's just my reflection, and then we went out for a bit of breakfast, and then I was just doing some work, and apparently it is now 1 o'clock somehow and time for football. So Ty's just going in to get some strapping tape and I'm just chilling in the cab because I'm lazy. I do have Red Rising in my handbag though, ready to go. I would have lived in peace, but my enemies brought me war. Is he gonna get the free throw?
Yes.
Denied. I came home and made cookies. I'll leave the recipe down below, guys. They taste like the Subway ones. Brick. Reading update. I am 55 pages into Red Rising and I am really enjoying it so far. The class system is giving me major Hunger Games vibes with the different districts, and this one being the different colours. So if you like Hunger Games and you haven't picked this up so far, I would definitely recommend it. This is so much darker though. And like, this is young adult and I'm actually surprised in a sense. Like, the main character is 16-year-olds, but it's quite intense. I guess that comes back to that whole conversation about what makes young adult, and it's the age of the characters. It's still a relatively new genre, and even then, calling young adult a genre isn't quite correct. It's more like a recommended age bracket, which we all know doesn't really amount to much because technically I'm an adult somehow and I'm reading young adult and loving it. But yeah, that's a whole different conversation. Super dark. The world building though, the world building is super cool. I'm really enjoying the lack of colour and how well that portrays the dreary, monotonous landscape. A weird like little side note thought I had though. This follows so far 2 16-year-olds and their sexual relationship. That's not the focus, but it's an element. And then I was like, how old is the adult writing this? And Pierce Brown, I did the maths, I think he was 26 when he wrote this. So he was writing about 16-year-olds having sex. And it's not that I now think that Pierce Brown is paedophilic. Not saying that at all. It's just a thought I don't think I've really contemplated before, how older writers talk about young people having these really big commitments. I don't know. For the rest of the night though, I'm going to start editing a video and I'll see you tomorrow. Happy Sunday morning, guys. And I am actually in the library, chilling on the rocking chair, reading in here for once. Red Rising, page 203, and I am bloomin' enjoying this book. My one critique at the moment is that, let me turn around so the lighting's better. My one critique at the moment is that there's a lot of description, which is fine. I love the description, I love the world building, but I think there's a very fine line between good world building and too much description to the point where you kind of gloss over it and then accidentally miss important things, which I probably have done a little bit, but oh my gosh, I did not know this was going to have a game element to it. It's definitely not a game. It's essentially all these elite people in a war with each other, teenagers killing teenagers, Hunger Games style, very much Hunger Games style. And I actually saw on the front it said Ender, Katniss, and now Darrow, who is our main character. So can definitely see the Hunger Games reference. Ender is from Ender's Game, which is over on my shelf, over there somewhere. And I'll read it one day. Oh, this fringe is a bit crazy. I topped up my little red nail polish. I am, how many pages from finishing? 180 pages from finishing. I might just sit here and read it. I might do some more washing. I don't know. I've been, I realised this is my first check-in for the day and it's like 1 p.m. I woke up, had a sleep in and did lots of like tidying the house and washing. So just some boring, dreary stuff. But yes, to keep reading. Alright, we are back where we started, team, because I finished Red Rising and it's time to conclude this reading vlog. So, let's start at the beginning. Yoke by Mary H.K. Choi. Now, I realised I never did like a final thoughts rating, excuse me, rating system for this. I'm going to give it 3 stars, and I've been trying really hard to figure out a way to explain my thoughts in a coherent manner. And ultimately, I think the messages in here are super important of family, triggers for eating disorders and abusive partners and manipulation and depression and parents who treat their kids second best. They're all really important conversations, but it just wasn't an exciting read for me. I don't mean to belittle any of the topics talked about in this book whatsoever. It just wasn't exciting. There was nothing in there that gripped me. Maybe this comes from a point of luck and privilege in that I haven't had to experience. So I do recognise that from that point of privilege, I haven't been able to bond with the characters as much. However, novels like Frankly in Love, which have a similar tale in terms of the race side of things, somehow was more exciting for me. So if you liked Frankly in Love, I do think you'll like Yoke and vice versa. It just was kind of like a book that told me it was going to be about sisters, and really there's this whole romance subplot, and in a way, although all aspects were important, I feel like it could have been, I feel like there were too many topics talked about, so not one or only 2 things were talked about in great detail. So 3 stars. Let's go on to Challenge the Deep, which was the next read 5 stars. I blooming loved this. I cannot say anything about this without potentially ruining things. The experience comes with not knowing what you're getting yourself into. That's all I will say on that front. If you like psychological books, getting into people's heads, that sort of stuff, highly, highly recommend this. I'm not going to say anything else because part of the joy of reading this book is not knowing. So 5 stars. Red Rising, I've obviously just finished it today. I'm going to give this one 4 stars. I really, really loved it. You've just heard me talking about it, so I won't go over things I've already said. But ultimately, the one reason I've dropped it a star is because of the almost overdone description, leading me to sometimes not be immersed in the story as I could have been. But I'm definitely going to add this to my series. I need to finish this. I really want to finish reading them. And I think the world is fascinating. I say about there's being a lot of description, there is, but it still makes the world fascinating. I hope you understand what I mean. Like, it's overdone. I wanted to see a bit more of different character perspectives, but that's the only reason I'm dropping a star. 4 stars is still a really good rating for a novel. I won't recommend anyone a novel that's less than 3 stars. So 5, 4 and 3. I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. I'll sign off now before this goes on for an entire hour. So enjoy all the places you go in your own reading adventures, and keep an eye out for the second vlog of 5-star reading vlog experience, which will happen in a few months. Alright guys, bye bye.